this out. That's not what you want when you're fishing in the winter. Welcome back, fisher folk. Y'all know what we're up to. It's another day of winter steelheading. Today I'm on a river that y'all have never seen me on before. I used to fish it a lot about 3 years ago, but I've been avoiding coming here because it tends to get crowded. So I pretty much haven't been here for the last 2 years. But I've really only fished 2 spots on this river, so hopefully if I am down to do some more exploring and walking, I won't have to fish too near anybody, or at least not too near too many people. So let's get into it. Well, this has changed since the last time I was here. This tree didn't used to be down. Oh, and this is what I was worried about. I'm worried this wade might not be doable anymore. I mean, that's pretty deep, especially at this water level. So it used to be that you got in like way more over here. Oh, looks like you still need to get in over there. And I just jumped the gun, maybe. Wish me luck, brothers. This could end our day right here. I mean, I guess that's why there's no one here. But, ooh, shit. I mean, that's like, this is ridiculous. Okay, we're through the hard part, I think. Wow. I'll have to think about that twice in the future. Wow. Oh, I'm a little scared about getting back. We'll see how that goes. I was like almost armpit deep there. Damn. I might live to regret doing that wade. We'll see. So, yeah, this is a really crowded river, but if it's that tough, I didn't realize. So the reason I'm here as opposed to any of my more normal hunts, I spent like a while yesterday just researching rivers, and just everything is blown out still. It's like we've missed all of January practically, just from that one ice storm, and then it got warm and it's rained so much, and very frustrating. So this river is still fishable, but now I see it's not very wadeable. I mean, we're here though, so, oh, man, and I'm standing in the fucking bushes trying to cast too. I don't know, I'm feeling bad right now. Hopefully this wasn't a mistake. Hey, future fisher here. A little interjection. So there's a clip in this video that had some important context for the content of the video, but it didn't turn out. So I'm just gonna give you that context right now. So I got to the river. Turns out that my waders had sprung a leak and I didn't know, and it was a serious leak. So the whole left side of my waders, well, from about the knee or mid-thigh down, was just absolutely soaking wet. So that was putting me in a bad mood. So there you go. Okay, back to the video. They're not awful fishing conditions. Well, they are awful fishing. I mean, I don't know. This much water, hopefully it will push the fish out of the middle of the river and onto the banks. But I don't know, I'd like to see a little less than this because it's just so fast. I'm pretty much not really getting my flies slowed down hardly at all. It's hard to cast. I'm standing in the willows like this. I just don't have very much money. I just wish I hadn't put the gas money into this. But if I catch a fish, I'll be singing a different tune, so. But here's another piece of advice. You really shouldn't go fishing if you need to catch a fish in order for it to be worth it. Because if you're serious about fishing, there are gonna be days when you don't catch fish. It's inevitable. So, I mean, I am 100% out here to catch fish, but if I'm in a state where I'm like, it's only worth going if I catch a fish, then I just don't go. And that's just good advice. Like this little tiny narrow crescent of water right here is fishable. Barely. And it's like awesome water actually, but it's like, man, what are my chances of catching a fish if 98% of the time I'm out here, my flies are not moving slow enough or in a place where a fish would be when they're already so difficult to catch. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Just gotta get into a better mood. That'll make it all easier. Maybe if the sun would come out, but that's not in the forecast until like fucking July or some bullshit. So this is like the situation where I want to cast far, but I really have to restrain that impulse because it's not gonna help. Out there in the middle of the river, it's ripping so hard. Even if I could cast out there, I wouldn't be fishing effectively. And the casting is extremely difficult right now because I'm so much deeper than I would normally be right up in the willows on the bank. So this is a spot where normally you would see guys hauling off and just cast as far as they can, basically. But right now, that's not the play. This near to me stuff is what's gonna be the worthwhile fishing water anyway. So I may as well make a good presentation into it than struggle and have a bad presentation over more water. Which is the opposite of like my trout philosophy. I mean, I'm always focused on presentation, but with trout, I'm always like, just cover more water. If you're not catching fish, cast farther, walk further, wade harder. But that's why this is like a skill that I have to work on, is like knowing when to not emphasize covering as much water as possible, because it's literally pointless, and just more effectively covering the water that I can. The thing that fishing in the river while it's running this high does have going for it is that all these willows that I'm standing in become cover for the fish too. So that right hard up against the bank channel becomes a very plausible spot to catch a fish. So swinging all the way into the bank is good. And I think a spoon is gonna excel at that, because a spoon is gonna have a lot more action while it's just on the dangle than a fly, which is just gonna be doing this. A spoon is gonna be flipping all around, you know? So fishing that very, very end of the cast, my suspicion is that the spoon is more effective. Not that I know what I'm talking about, of course. That's actually beautiful right there. Well, that's fishing way better than my first pass when I was just hauling off and just casting badly. It's just really important that I be in control of the cast right now, because the river's moving fast, it's heavy. I really need to be able to get my gear slowed down as much as possible to have a shot at a fish. And with that much line out, I just wasn't able to make it happen in the same way I just made it happen on that drift. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I assume everybody else talks to their fish too. That's not just me, right? I'm starting to get real cold, guys. I don't know what this leak is, but it's more than I thought. I'm becoming very soaked. Oh, and without a change of clothes, I have to take that serious because it's cold out here, you know? I'm not trying to get hypothermia. I saw someone, I took someone fishing and they got hypothermia once, which was kind of my bad. Kind of his bad. But like, I'm the guy who should have known. Yeah, that is definitely a factor to consider here. Right there, such a tight cast to have to make in behind these bushes, but just not fishing very much line, so it's doable. Oh. Dropped into the good water way too fast though. Wish me luck here, brothers. It's time to get ourselves waded back through that. I think it'll probably be harder on the way back than it was, because on the way in, we were with the current. On the way back, we're against the current. Always harder against the current. It's just deep as fuck today. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I can do this. I think. I have this tree to help me. This tree is what I was figuring on being my saving grace here. Really challenging. I apologize for the workout noises. Come on. Come on. Oh. Okay, I think we're gonna make it. Without having to go for a swim. I think. Probably just get up on this tree maybe. Oh my god. I'm tempted to try it. Dude, I swear it's deeper than my cave. What in the fuck, man? I'm gonna try it. We're gonna do it. Bip. Oh! Yeah, baby. Nice. Yeah, the thing is about this wade, where this tree is actually the best line, but obviously not an option these days. Didn't even take any water on board. It's probably a low standard for most people. Come on. All right, guys. I'm hoping y'all will be able to see how much water we took on today. Just from, literally wasn't even leaking last week. It's so frustrating. This right foot is the one that's mostly all right. Yeah, that feels dry. Okay, that's good. This is not going to be dry. Okay, check this out. That's not what you want when you're fishing in the winter. Soaked from like here down on that one. Crotch down. Rough. Oh, now I'm getting my boot all covered in dirt. Fishing in the winter sucks. Don't let anyone tell you any different. They're lying. I'm headed home, and despite my bad mood at the start of the day, I don't regret coming out here. I am calling it a day very early, so maybe if I was gonna really force myself and keep working out here, I would start to regret it, but this is the day I had off, so we got out here. That's just how it is some days. You guys didn't see this, but I found a new spot that I gave a swing through. So scouting is always worthwhile, but yeah, I'm not gonna push it today. I'm soaking wet, I'm not in a good mood. We're just not gonna make fishing unfun today. So, I'm gonna go home, hopefully figure out, I've got some aqua seal, hopefully figure out where the major leak is there and aqua seal up the waders, and I'll be back out on Friday, 2 days from now. So I put out new videos every Monday, usually Thursdays as well. Do me a favor, like, comment, and especially subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one.